Jesus Christ appeared in front of me, from the waist down.
Waist down, not
Yes,
the top part.
Not the top part, just the waist down.
So, do you have a
And the 2 holes in
description?
his feet.
So, do you have a description of Christ how he looks like waist down in the Bible? Describe to him how you saw him.
So, the Bible says to go in your secret place, okay?
No, not how you did it.
I'm going to explain to you what happened.
About his appearance. How did he look like?
He was bright. He was, can we go over here? I can't talk over this lady.
Yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, this is correct. Yeah.
He was glowing. He was glowing, but I've seen his wounds.
What color was he?
He was glowing.
So you couldn't see his color. How tall was he? Because you need to
see him from the waist down.
No, the reason why I ask this, when people have experiences,
yes,
we need to.
Just like Muhammad, right? He's experienced the angels.
Let's talk about your experience,
okay,
right?
Okay.
So you need to self-criticism about your experience, to see whether this experience is something that is reasonable to believe in, right?
Right.
So describe what you saw and how did you confirm that this individual is Christ?
Let me start off. This is Terry, and this is
Mansur.
Mansur, and he's a famous YouTuber. I've seen you before with that.
I don't say whether it's famous or not. Anyone who comes to Speaker's Corner, you become famous.
Whatever, right?
So you'll be famous if you come to Speaker's Corner regularly.
Well, no, I've never been here before. I've been to London several times, but I've never been. I've just seen it on the YouTube. Okay, so my experience with Jesus Christ, what I was telling you, was I was praying in one of my rooms in my apartment in Berlin. Okay. I had my eyes closed. After I opened my eyes, I was about this far away. I see from the waist down, Jesus Christ appeared in front of me, from the waist down.
Waist down, not the top part.
Not the top part, just the waist down.
So, do you have a
And the 2 holes in
description?
his feet.
So, do you have a description of Christ how he looks like waist down in the Bible?
He had a white robe that was glowing, and his feet were glowing too. Also.
Do you have a description in the Bible
like
or
the
the writings of your church fathers how Christ looks like waist down?
Yeah,
how do you know it was Christ and not anyone else?
In Revelation, it says that his feet were like brass.
Like what?
Brass.
What's brass?
That's a type of metal.
Metal or brass? Yeah. Okay.
Brass.
And you saw that?
I seen it really shining, like I said, glowing.
Did you see brass feet?
Well, it was glowing. So
you cannot differentiate whether.
Hold on, because let me tell you something. The gold and everything that's in heaven with where Jesus is totally different from what we have in here, right here in the world.
Yeah, but you're trying to authenticate the experience.
Brass,
remember,
he said like brass.
You're trying to authenticate the experience. All you can see.
Well, I can say the same thing about everyone else.
We're talking about your own experience.
Right, of course.
To you,
saying.
how authentic it is to you, right? Because you don't want to be deluded, right? By
of course not. I got the Holy
and deceived.
Spirit, brother.
You don't want to be deceived by some kind of satanic experience, because even
100%.
Jesus was tempted according to the Bible.
Yes.
Right. So you don't want to be tempted yourself. So you only saw what's there waist down. Now,
yes.
If I were to give you 100 people waist down, and you saw 100 of them, and I bring something what the Revelation describes, would you pick up from this 100 which one was Christ?
Yeah, because the Bible says to test the spirits. Okay.
Would you, from your eyes open, when you examine, there are 100 people waist down, they have all similar looking robes and so on and so forth. How would you differentiate?
The 2 holes in his feet.
So if you have another individual with holes in the feet.
Not like this. Not like this.
No. If
You're
you
comparing it to a human experience.
I'm asking you to think. We can bring an individual with holes in the feet. How would you know it was Jesus and not Jesus?
Well, I just told you. This individual will not be glowing with the 2 holes in his feet.
So I can give you someone with the glowing feet.
Show me how to do it. Show me right now if you can do that, please.
Have you watched recently sci-fi movies?
I'm not talking about sci-fi movies, brother.
Do they go to space? Or do they?
Of course, they go anywhere.
Do they shoot them?
The galaxy,
Do they shoot their movies on planet Mars and Jupiter, or they shoot the movies on planet Earth?
I'm not talking about a.
So I am saying, no, I am saying, when we talk about, I'm talking about when we are filming, we can make things look like you're on planet Mars, looks like you're flying, look like you got wings, right? It's easy. Technology is such in our disposal today.
Okay.
We can make all of these things, and when you look at it, you think, wow, look at that. This man is flying in the air.
That never happened to me. I've had personal experience that he was there.
Anyway, that's your experience. You have the right to hold that experience as Christ. That's up to you. No one's going to take that away from you. But wait. But there's a bigger problem, though. There is a bigger problem.
What's that?
Bigger than the personal experiences.
Talk to me.
Right. Do you consider God to be self-sufficient?
Elaborate on that.
Sufficient by himself. Doesn't need anyone else.
Oh yeah, of course. But he has to do.
Wait.
Well, hold on. You want me to respond to that?
I want you to understand the concept of
one thing at a time, so it can be
self-sufficiency. Does God need you and me? Does God need creation for him to exist?
No, of course not.
So is he sufficient by himself? Independent?
100%.
Okay, good. Here's my argument in 5 seconds.
Here's the setup, right?
Here's my argument why Jesus is not God in 5 seconds.
Go ahead, please.
God is self-sufficient. Jesus is not self-sufficient. Therefore, Jesus is not God. Did you get it?
Yes, but I don't believe that.
Right. Do you think Jesus is God?
100%. In the flesh.
Is he God in any way, shape, or form?
Yes, in the flesh.
He's God. Is he self-sufficient?
Explain yourself when you say something.
Which I explained earlier on. God, you said, 100% self-sufficient. Yes. That definition. Is he self-sufficient, Jesus?
Yeah, but the Bible says he lowered himself.
I didn't ask you about what he did or not did.
Believe, brother. Okay.
Before he lowered himself.
Angels.
Before he lowered himself.
Go ahead.
Is he self-sufficient?
Well, of course.
Okay. Let me explain to you what self-sufficient means.
Go ahead.
If the Father is self-sufficient, he doesn't need anything else besides him. Sufficient by himself. If Jesus is self-sufficient, he should be sufficient by himself. Even if the Father did not exist, Jesus would still be self-sufficient. So let me ask you this question.
Is this a one-way? Is it dialogue or monologue?
Question, then you answer.
Okay.
If
one
the Father,
one at a time.
If the Father did not exist, would Jesus exist?
No, because it's all one. They're all one. All are one. Jesus said, I and the Father are one.
And how did you define self-sufficient as?
Brother, you just don't get it.
How did you define self-sufficient as?
My friend, look. You don't get it. You're not of the sheep.
No. How did you define self-sufficient? You agreed with me. You said 100%.
Yes.
So explain to me.
He lowered himself more than.
I said before lowering. Before lowering. So don't backtrack again. I give you everything that you need to make Jesus God, and from then, I'm doing a criticism of your belief. So, Jesus, if he was self-sufficient, he doesn't need the Father for Jesus to exist. That's what self-sufficient means. But the problem is, if the Father did not exist, Jesus would not exist. Meaning, Jesus' existence is contingent, dependent on the Father existing. That means he is not self-sufficient.
No, that's what you're saying. You don't understand what I'm saying to you. That's like,
what are you saying?
No, hold on. That's why Jesus was telling the Pharisees in his time, he says, I've been telling you so long, and you still don't understand me. That same spirit is here right now.
Yeah, I know that already.
All right.
So don't tell me, it's what I know.
Hold on.
Now tell me, is Jesus God and self-sufficient, or is he not? You can't.
God in the flesh.
Is he self-sufficient?
He's God in the flesh.
Is he self-sufficient?
Can I explain it to you?
What's the difference between God in the flesh and God?
That's a good question. So when
Is flesh dependent?
let me explain it to you. When the prophet Moses went to the mountain, right? He spoke to God, correct?
Yes.
Right? We all believe that, right? He asked God, show me your face. And what did God say to him? No man could see my face and live, right? Okay. Was the tree that was burning, was it God? No, that was inside, right? Check this out. If God were to come down in all his glory with all these people here, what would happen to all these people? They would be dead.
Can I answer my question now?
No, hold on. I'm not done yet.
You're not finished yet?
I'm not finished.
Okay.
Okay? We would all be dead. So he can't. What kind of message would he send with everyone dead? Doesn't make any sense. That's why he had to use the body of Jesus Christ. So when he's dying on the cross, it's not God dying. It's the flesh part. It's the humanity. That's what it means.
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
I know. Yeah, but I don't believe that.
I'm not asking you what you believe or not. Let's go back again. Before the universe was
it's a broken record.
before the universe was created, now you're learning something from Speaker's Corner. It is not just like keyboard warrior and preaching on your YouTube channel, right? It's not like that. Right. Then for your audience, I'm asking you to answer for your audience sake. Here it is. Before the universe was created by your God,
yes,
Jesus existed as God. You affirm that?
He is the creator.
Yeah.
Jesus is the creator.
So you affirm he was God before the universe was created?
Yes.
Good.
Yeshua.
Was he self-sufficient?
Yes.
If he is self-sufficient, then he doesn't need even the Father to exist.
Brother, look.
Can you answer the question?
Listen to me.
Does he need the Father to exist for him to be self-sufficient?
You don't have to scream.
I'm not screaming. I am making
your
you
normal voice?
focus. Yes.
Really? When you talk to your wife or you talk to your friends?
No, Speaker's Corner voice.
Yeah, okay.
You know why?
That's
Because
what
there's
I'm
too
talking
much
about.
noise. I want you to hear what I'm saying.
Can you hear me when I'm talking?
No, that's why I have to speak louder to make you hear.
Then how are you listening to me? Come on, brother. Look, check this out.
So answer my question, please. What's my question?
Your question if God is self-sufficient,
No,
right?
no. Try again. What's my question?
Re-
No, you. Were you
I
listening?
got sidetracked.
Were you listening?
Yes,
You
I
got
was.
sidetracked. So that's
Yeah.
why. Let me focus then. What I'm saying
Go ahead.
is Jesus, which you defined as God,
Yes, 100%.
is he self-sufficient? So much so self-sufficient that he doesn't even need the Father to exist.
Look, I answered your question,
Which is
what I told you.
which is the answer is yes, he is self-sufficient. No, he's not self-sufficient. Wait.
The video's gonna say it, bro.
Look. I am going to give you options. The possible answers are like this. Yes, he is self-sufficient. No, he's not self-sufficient. Maybe he's self-sufficient. I don't know. I don't care. 5 options. Which one?
I'm not gonna answer it anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
Thank you very much.
May God guide people who are sincere.
Well done.
No, you
Wallahi,
know
well
what?
done.